Okay. Hi, everybody. And, the stream doesn't start. Probably because we just started. Sorry for being like slightly late, a few seconds, I guess. But just to be sure, I'm going to double check that the stream is indeed running. Unless somebody in chat can, you know how it is, right? With technical difficulties while streaming. Yes, it seems to be running. And, oh yeah, but the music is not. And I forgot to test the volume. I hope the music isn't too loud. Whatever. Okay.
Pretty loud.
Okay, I always have the hit refresh on streams with the countdown when it hits 0 anyways. Okay, hi, and welcome to Ishanekon Arena. Today we have, and somebody stop the music. No, yep. Reminder to everyone that is listening also to the music that if you play, press, and stop, you do it for everyone, including the audience. So please. Okay. Finding the center.
I couldn't hear you over the music, so know not to do that. That was my bad.
Yeah. That's why I told you before the stream to lower the volume.
I couldn't figure out which program it was in. Now I know.
As always, professionals at Ishanekon World Shapers. Anyway, the arena, the theme, Redshifted, a tabletop RPG made by Ian. Say hi, Ian.
Hi, everyone.
Right, tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us a bit about Redshifted.
So Redshifted is a sci-fi game, which is it's set 30 years after a series of pretty devastating wars that consumed a good portion of the galaxy. And it's I kind of made the game because I wanted to make a sci-fi game, and I didn't like some of the popular offerings that were out there. And also I wanted to sort of explore kind of politics and philosophy in a setting removed a bit from the real world. So that was just kind of an interesting experience for me to kind of see and theorize about like where might capitalism go if we aren't careful. So that features pretty heavily in the lore.
But yeah, I have played it once before. This setting can be grim. I was forced to eat a grenade to stop the infection from spreading. Last time. Let's hope that it doesn't. Let's hope it doesn't get so grim for everybody else. But of course, Ian is not the only one. We've got Trek here. Welcome. Glad to have you.
Hello.
Also, we've got John from Pathways to Adventure. Yes.
It's in the name.
And returning players, Drawing Hero, and Toonbolt.
Hey.
But how about we get started? You find yourself in what looks like a spaceship. And you hear the voices of the announcer. Hi and welcome to Ishanekon Arena. Our champions have assembled in this rather unique looking arena. This time the fight will be in a spaceship. This is going to be exciting, but beware, there's no air outside of the spaceship, and the walls are very much destructible. So, be wary of that. But how about we get to know our challengers as the camera zooms in? And yeah, let's just go by order to whatever someone is. Describe yourself and what you are for a second, because I'm not sure how you're supposed to look.
So it's a sort of wispy, vaguely humanoid figure. A bit hard to make out. Looks like a silhouette with a picture behind it. If you look closer in the picture, that is very much an exploding starship that is within this creature. It gives a gentle nod of the head, which can only really be seen from a profile perspective, because from the front, nothing really moves.
So, someone, what brings you to the arena on this fine day?
A crackling radio voice comes across from anyone who is from a setting where radios exist. I do not have a voice effect, but it says, someone save us. It sounds like a distress call that is cut off.
Oh no.
Okay, who signed this one
What
on?
could go wrong?
We're in trouble.
Let's move to a different time of tone. Roxy Flair, who are you and why are you here?
Greetings, my fellow announcer. I am a magical girl from the land of rock, here to send my melodic waves across the galaxy.
As you can all see, she has like a golden holy guitar in her hands. But yeah. Okay, nice. Rock on. And you're Sir Carrack. What is your wish?
So you all see this green exoskeleton mantis creature kind of standing on four legs, about 6 feet tall with a bright yellow stripe down its front. And Sir Carrack begins looking around wildly and brandishing what looks like a medieval sword and shield. Where am I? Why have I been brought here? What is happening here? Whose ship is this?
You're in the Ishanekon arena, where fighters from all over the multiverse show their prowess. And if you survive until the end, you will be granted a wish.
Very well, if it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get.
And remember, those around you are your comrades. They're, you're supposed to fight with them, not against them.
Yeah, dude. Chill out.
Greetings, fine comrades. We shall seize the day.
Now, Captain Elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm a huge, what you guys probably don't, like, in character, know as a Khajiit from the Elder Scrolls. Like, the guy is hugely muscular, only wears a shield, and he kind of looks at the spaceship like, this is a lot of metal, we could make swords out of it. He's completely confused. He doesn't know what space is. He heard shit, and he's a cat, so like he thinks the outside is water, which he's still afraid of. So that's a good thing. But like, he's very confused right now. He heard there's maybe some kind of reward in it for him. So he's probably like, Captain Elsewhere will help you if you help him.
Of course, if you survive the 2 challenges, you will get a wish. Anything that you want.
Rocket.
And now let's continue with... Ugh! What's this smell?
Oh, thank you.
And who might you be?
As a point of order, do we got little bubbles on our heads so we can breathe?
No, like the interior of the spaceship has oxygen, so you can freely breathe in here.
And gravity's normal. Okay,
Yeah, yes.
So I was going to be holding my peasant cap on my bubble. So, I'm Emma Swinestein. I am a pig herder of some renown and been known to be an organ legger. So if you ever need a good spleen or something, I whip one up for you. But yeah, I was just minding to my pig herd, helping my old get here Emma, my mount. She had just birthed a litter of piglets, and I was cleaning up the placenta. And the next thing I know, I got abducted by some uppity people, and here we is.
Who knows if you win, you.
A pitchfork and a pot lid. I'm ready.
Who knows
dude.
if you win? You might. We might be able to grant you a shower or something.
Oh, we don't abide by that. That's how you catch the consumption. Consumption.
Yo, right here.
Yeah.
How are you to fight? But from what I see so far, the only insulting thing offensive thing that you have is your smell.
I fight with a pitchfork and a pot lid. And I'll have you know, my offensive smell killed one of them. They're aliens. One time, I coughed in his face.
So,
Argument there.
this is a good reminder for everybody attending and the audience. This is a sophisticated simulation. You cannot catch any diseases or die in any other way, should this anything happen.
A sim, you what? I don't have no relations.
So,
I
just
think he said
don't
elven
worry.
Magic.
Yeah, it's magic. Nobody can die here, even if you get devoured or shot at or anything. But yeah,
That's good. I got eaten by dinosaurs last time.
yeah. That was a game we played yesterday of Peasantry RPG. The video will get up eventually, but how about the camera zooms out and you are on the spaceship. The enemies will come from the north and the south. You now have time to find any battle position you wish to have, and being together, dispersed throughout the ship, whatever you want.
Ready yourselves, fellow soldiers. The enemy approaches. I think. Maybe.
So,
In an attempt to be helpful, the silhouette is going to point to the north part of the ship, for those who may not know what north is, and then to the south part of the ship.
so
Oh,
yeah,
thank
it's like
Captain Ellsworth thanks you for this.
so yeah, from north and south.
I hike my skirts and I mount my trusted steed, Emma, who's a real pig in real life that's actually below my feet right now
Oh,
with the space heater on. She loves it.
Wait, let me maybe
if you
move.
kill her in game, like you can pretend to hate Blaze for the next couple hours.
I mean, he has the rider, first feature of the rider, so he can take any hit that would target the pig herself. It's just.
You might say she's my ride or die.
All right. So you're just standing there in the middle.
Captain
You don't
Ellsworth
want to
will,
like
cover
take
the
up.
south entrance.
Okay.
Okay, Captain Ellsworth will cover the north entrance. Since apparently Sir Karak is a great warrior himself, you can cover the south.
I will handle this.
Ooh, that's a efficient strategy. All right.
I'll cover the middle and just assist who needs it.
Is everyone ready to join?
Rock and roll.
All right. So let's switch it up to the battle music. As the door are still closed, but you hear zoom like teleportation sounds, Captain Elsewhere especially. By the way, you can open and close any doors with an interact with target action, of which you get 1 free. So it's your choice. So you want to start with open doors or closed doors? I probably should have said that before the enemies beamed in.
Up to the rest of the team to see if they have any preference.
I would say, seeing as there was a cat who was very unfamiliar with the ship going to the north doors, as he approached, the entity would have reached forward and just pressed the door open button, and then taken a couple of steps back.
Okay.
So I would say the north door is open.
Okay. So the north and south door are open. All the other doors are closed.
Got it.
So, Captain elsewhere, you see two soldiers appearing next to you in armors you have never seen before, but they do seem at least partially be metal or something else. As one of the soldiers sees you, and that you are way too close, and directly tries to get some distance, moving back behind this chair. As he sees you, he gets his assault rifle ready and tries to shoot you. So that's a... What's your evasion?
I believe 17.
17. That's pretty high. I rolled a 16. So, as you see the bullets coming at you, you barely manage to lift up your shield, blocking the bullets as they hit the metal. You've probably never seen such a weapon before. As you see from below, good question. Can he, from this? Yes, he could see Sir Lack. As Sir Karak, you see a soldier leaning out of the container back here and trying to shoot you.
So Sir Karak seems to nice roll. Sir Karak seems to recognize the armor. Iron Order soldiers, face me or die as cowards.
As he shoots, but it kind of hits like the container because the angle isn't so obvious, and yeah, you don't even need to block the attack. Okay, that's their turn. So the first player, Emma Weinstein.
Sir Carrick, do you have any weapons that allow you to attack not up close?
So you do see that Sir Karak does have a very large bag or something that's on his back, and it's completely unclear what's in there. But Sir Karak just tells you it's a surprise tool that will help us later.
Okay, because I like to think butter helps all things in life, and I was gonna go put down a little bit of a slick in front of you and let them have a bit of a fun trip.
So you're using...
No need, I will handle this.
Okay, suit yourself. In that case, I'm gonna go charge north.
I implore you to save your butter for where it is needed most.
Okay. My speed's pretty good, I think. I don't know the exact amount, but I assume I could get up here.
Yeah, easily. If you just use movement for your pig, he has a basic movement of 5, and if he sprints, that's 5 times, so 25 meters. 1 meter is 1 square. So you can just zoom around if you don't attack with the pig.
Okay. Yep, so I just zoom up here, go behind him, and notice the other guy at the last second, like, uh-oh. But I go to do trip attack. How do I do?
So you roll a d20 at the hit bonus of your weapon, which you find in your inventory. A spear. Or, sorry, a pitchfork. And...
I'm so new to this. Where is the dice? There they are. So D20. All right.
So 18, that's a hit.
All right.
Now you roll the weapon damage dice. Now you roll the weapon damage dice, which is 1d6 plus your weapon damage bonus, which should be 3.
So that would be a 7 total.
7 total. As
we have how many ability action points you said?
You use trip attack, right? So you didn't say any upcasts, so it costs 1 willpower to use. And he now has to make a strength defense, no, dexterity, I think, defense roll to see if he is... so that's not looking good.
Earlier, they're not
As you rush in, he completely surprised that some dirty peasant just rides in on a pig. You take your spear and ram it into him, dealing 4 damage in total, as his armor does absorb a surprising amount of the damage. Well, let's say it's more surprising that you can actually pierce it with your dirty pitchfork. and then you throw
Coated in
in
butter.
some. What?
It's coated in butter, helps it get in between
Yeah.
the creases.
And you throw in some butter, and he slips on it, and he's now knocked prone.
Yep.
So, do you stay there, or do you move out of range again?
Do I have how many action points remaining? Is it
You
two
have
out of-
3
out of
action
3?
points. You use 2 to attack, but your movement is bound to your pig, since you're riding your pig. And if your
Gotcha.
pig does nothing other than moving, it has 25 meters of movement.
So do I have enough to go attack this guy with a trip attack as well?
No, because you have 3 action points and attacking costs 2 action points. So you only have 1 action
so he
point
has
left.
One more. Okay. So where does that? Oh, willpower cost. That's what it was. That's
Yeah.
what I was mixing up. Okay. In that case, I rush back in. I did my job.
Okay, next,
Their mighty wheel of battle.
Roxy Flare.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I would like to go. I would like to get close to Sir Carrick and help him with his fight.
All right. So, are you ready in attack if somebody gets in range, or what's the plan?
Can I taunt him to get him closer to us so we can attack and so we can stop hiding?
Taunt. You cannot see them. They are in full cover. Well, I mean, I guess, like, technically, could see like a. I mean, it's supposed to be full cover. No. Sorry. So no, you cannot really taunt them from your position. But what you can do is say, as soon as I see somebody, I taunt them, and
Okay.
so you do that.
As soon as, yeah.
All right. Then someone.
Excellent. Seeing as there are gunshots from down the hall, looking down the hall, can't see anyone, but the fighting is closer up here. The strange, it looks almost like a hole in the spaceship anywhere it moves, because you don't see the spaceship behind it and it looks like the outside, is going to approach behind Captain Elsewhere and give a quiet, again, it sounds like radio static, target assistance, and look towards where it looks like this sword-wielding fighter is going to strike next. He is looking for where Captain Elsewhere. Which way are you attacking? Where you're planning on?
I'm definitely punching the guy who's already on the ground.
Excellent. Takes a little sidestep there so we can see what is being looked down at. And I would like to do my 3-action double debuff to decrease its armor and evasion, please.
All right, and that's an auto hit, if I remember correctly. So I'm just gonna
Yep.
make one symbol for it. Where's? So yeah. So how do you describe it? What exactly are you doing?
The creature on the ground, they seem to get a similar warping effect around them, and then their armor looks like it's growing gaps in it, and they look like they're slowed down a bit on the butter that they're on. So
Okay.
easier to hit effectively. Their evasion is reduced by 6. Their armor is reduced by 5.
Much
Yeah.
appreciated.
That makes them very vulnerable. Speaking of the guy on the ground, or do you want to do anything else?
Nope, that is all 3 of my action points on my movement.
Yeah. The guy uses 1 action point to get up, so he's no longer prone. And then he takes his assault rifle and starts shooting at Captain Elsewhere. And he has close combat shooter, so he does not get disadvantage on that attack.
However,
Careful, I am being assaulted by very tiny arrows.
So he's just like more like panicking as he sees what is going on, and he isn't really aiming, just accidentally shooting the trigger and shooting like dents in the walls, but nothing even gets close. But afterwards, he steps in front of Captain Elsewhere, And that's his turn. Oh yeah, right. We have one in the south also. Who 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 storms in. So Roxy Flare, you use your taunt. So he makes an intelligence defense roll to see if he gets taunted. 16. He does not get taunted. As who would he target? Yeah, I think he's going for Emma Weinstein.
Oh no.
That looks like a tricky shot with all those people in the way.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make that shot. As Sir Carrick, you see him aiming, and you rush in with your shield, blocking all the bullets. The enemies.
Thanks, man.
Okay. So, yes. You see, alien from behind. What does he do? Good question. He can't really do much currently. I think he moves over here, and he prepares. Like you see, like he's charging some sort of energy, but he doesn't do anything. Captain Elsewhere.
Yes. Captain Elsewhere is going to raise his shield, and it happens to be in the path of this guy's jaw.
So,
Oh no.
but he did get the -6 to evasion, so it's still a hit. And so 7 damage. Yes, he has 3. It was reduced by 2, so he has -2. So you deal 2 additional damage, so 9 damage in total. As the metal of his armor just kind of bends away after your shield, and he stumbles a bit back, but he's still standing.
And then I think I have a third action point, which I'm going to use to taunt the guy in the back, like, why don't you come over here, coward?
All right, let's see if he falls for it. 13, what's his intelligence defense roll? He actually succeeded, barely. So, no, I won't. He screams back at you, getting his assault rifle ready. You see now a gray-looking alien, or actually you don't see him, right? He has full cover from all of you, but the audience sees him. He seems to take out a small device from his back, and a drone appears. Let me get the drone token. And afterwards, he opens the door and just moves in the back. The drone appears and floating above the soldier and just starts shooting at Captain Elsewhere.
Give me your worst, tiny bird.
That's a hit. It deals 6 damage. How much armor do you have again?
I have 9 armor right now.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, okay. You do not manage to block the bullets, but they just bounce off your armor without doing any damage. I should have chosen a different target. As the drone starts to move over here, opening the door and moving through it. All right, so Sir Sarek, finally. It's your turn.
Sir Karak runs forward the very short distance here. We beat you in the last war, and we'll beat you again! Takes his sword and just starts hacking away.
All right, roll for the damage.
Alright, let me see here. It's a slash roll is the command, right?
Yes, slash roll. Or you can use the dice tool on the left also. Oh.
Where'd it go?
You rolling?
Sorry, brain turned off for a second. Okay, there it is. Just had to double check my numbers.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1d20 plus 6 to hit.
17.
So
That is a hit.
17 total. All right. Let me get damage here.
Should be 1d6 plus 3.
It's actually d8 plus 3. It's a hefty sword.
Oh, d8, sorry. I was thinking d8, but I said apparently d6. I don't know. Sorry.
No worries.
Nice.
Oh, yeah!
You rush in, your sword ready, and you just ram it right through its metal armor, somewhere beneath his breast. And you see the blood flowing out of it. It was a heavy hit, dealing 8 damage. You see as the innard of his helmet, like a red splatter, as he spits out blood.
So am I going to take that to mean that he had 3 armor then?
Yes.
Got it. Ooh, okay.
So that's it. What you do, right?
I think I've got 1 action point left, right?
Yes.
Just double checking my abilities here. Nope, I think I'm good. Okay.
All right. Let's go back to the beginning. It's the soldier's turn. Who, seeing the situation. Like 1, 2, 3. He starts rushing over here. 1, 2, 3. He just repositions over here. And yeah, the other soldier down here. 1, 2, 3, 1 through 3, 1 through 3, 1, 2, 3. Moves right over here. That's their turn. And Emma Weinstein.
Now, all doors are open, right?
Like this door is not open yet, and this one isn't either.
Okay. And it takes 1 action point to open it?
No, 0.
0, okay.
At least the first door.
Well, I heard some clipper clompering going around there, and I don't want my allies to get blindsided. So I just rush straight in, opening that door with my hog's mighty feet, and then go for a strike. I go again, use another trip attack.
All right.
Clandestine butter. And unfortunately do not connect.
No. The soldiers, this one seems a bit more prepared. As you go in with your pitchfork and he ducks out of the way, you hit the wall behind him.
Slippery bastard. I see you got your own form of butter. Alright, and I rush back over.
Okay, so now the door is open.
Charge and retreat. We got us the slippery bastard over there, y'all.
Roxy Flair.
You?
Yes.
You're the slipperyest one right now. What the fuck?
I go after the guy who attacked Emma Weinstein.
Hmm.
I try to attack him.
Okay. No, this one is the one that attacked. Oh, do you mean that Emma? Okay, yeah. All right. Roll for the attack.
Okay.
That's a hit. Remember, you can re-roll the D12 twice because you have two-handed attacker. Like, and take the better
You
one.
mean D20?
Yeah, D12.
D12. Yeah.
And you can roll again, and maybe you get something better. Nice. So he's an armor of 2. All right. 14. So you go in there with your holy guitar, rocking out. It emits some sort of shock waves that is glowing as it hits the guy for 12 damage. It significantly injures him. Okay, that's it, right? Or do you want to reposition?
It's fine.
All right. So next are the heavily armored soldiers. After being injured, the soldier starts to move to the left, which means.
Where are you going?
Why are you running?
Yeah, don't you want to do something?
I was gonna ask, does that provoke an attack opportunity here?
Yes, it does.
Well, I think I know what I'm doing. Our character swings his sword. He's just getting in there. All right. I don't know where this guy thinks he's going.
Apparently away from you as you swing at the sword, but you just hit empty air as he's surprisingly swift, even though he's wearing a heavy armor. So he moves in and starts shooting. And starts shooting as Roxy. And what's your evasion, Roxy?
Let me check.
Oh, you only have 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's a hit. And so yeah, he strikes. I think that's the first one that I'm actually first time that I'm actually going to deal any damage. He deals 9 damage to you.
Ugh.
So yes. How much armor do you have?
4.
4. Well, not bad. So you get 5. As the bullets hit you, but your magical girl outfit protects you. Because you trust in rock and roll. So now the one from the north, he just keeps seeing how the bullets basically did nothing to him, to Captain Elsewhere. He actually tries to force his way through. Captain Elsewhere, give me raw force or athletics, as if you want to prevent him from moving through your space. He rolled a... yeah, never mind. He tries to move in, but you just block the entire wave, lift your shield, and he just kind of runs against it as he's trying to... Fine! As he gets his gun ready. And he tries to shoot past you to hit someone.
I don't think you will. I think I will intercept you.
Maybe you don't even have to do that. What's your evasion, someone?
An evasion is 14.
14. That would hit you, but I presume you're intercepting that anyway. So, and 16, I'm pretty sure does not hit you, Captain Elsewhere.
Indeed, it does not.
Yeah. As he's just trying to get past you, but you just put your shield in the way, blocking all the bullets. So, dang it! He's clearly angry about this. Speaking of someone...
I point towards my face and I go, my eyes are up here.
Someone gives a thankful nod to Captain Elsewhere, and having seen specifically the little drone fly towards the right, is going to open the door to the right for the similar situation of Emma not wanting to be flanked. And is going to step in, not knowing what's on the other side. So there's a drone and the gunner here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So he's going to step away from the drone and actually approach the gunner. And I was going to use ranged weapons, but this is a melee moment right here. So from the depths of himself, he is going to pull a piece of the exploding ship in a very axe-like formation. It's kind of like one of the fins. It's small, it's wielded. Perspective is a little bit weird. I would like to use 1 AP for the physical infusion ability,
Okay.
maximized for movement, and I am going to swing at this guy.
All right.
That is a 1d20 plus ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, 6. 20 plus 6.
That's a hit.
Excellent. All right, he's going to take roll 1d12 plus 3. I'm pretty sure it's a plus 3. 1d12 plus 3 damage.
So 10, 8 damage in
And
total.
Yep. And he is going to be forced from physical infusion, which would let him move a creature. It's plus 2 meters per WP, so 7 meters. Just very aggressively slammed into whatever this is.
Okay, that's a
The
locker.
solid thing here.
As you
Yeah, a
slam.
locker. He slammed into the locker.
So that's 7 additional damage. As you see his armor crack, blood gushing out. As he's standing up again, but he looks highly injured. He can't take much more.
That is my turn.
Okay. Okay, now that people are very much injured, but out of range. Wait, could he like 1, 2,
Skill
3?
issue.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can move up here, and then he's enraged. As you see the alien channeling some sort of energy, targeting the soldier in the heavy armor, and he regains vitality. He rolled really badly,
what the
but
heck?
hey, plus 7. He's almost, as you see, the soldier's wounds healing up, the stab wound in his chest not bleeding anymore. And he's almost back at full health. And yes, that's the Mystic's turn. Captain Elsewhere.
Yes. Is this guy in front of Captain Elsewhere still very easy to hit?
Yes, that lasts 5 rounds, but something tells me that he won't be living for 5 rounds.
That is a shame for him.
Yeah. You just take your shield and BAM! Slam it right into his helmet, bursting through the glass, hitting his head, which just becomes a bloody mess as he falls to the ground.
Oh. Oh well. Captain Elsewhere guesses Captain Elsewhere is going to go south then. There's nobody else here.
I mean, yeah, you still can move up to 6 meters if you use your last action point.
I just go to that other door and go like, that is a hello, strange ally. Are you having trouble? I will help you, maybe. See you next round.
There is a gentle lift of the hand that is not holding a piece of a wrecked starship.
All right, then that's your turn. The gray alien sees Roxy flare, and he takes out some sort of gun and starts shooting at her. That's a hit, dealing 7 damage. Since you have 4, that's 3 damage, so not really that much. And the drone, he tries shooting someone, but I know that you're gonna intercept anyway. I mean,
You could also let him shoot me. See what
Yeah,
happens.
It sounds like a threat.
So it would be a hit, but I presume you're intercepting and just taking the damage.
Yeah, all instant.
Yeah. So you jumped in the way. The bullets. Yeah.
Maybe we can see.
The bullets bounce off your armor, and it doesn't do anything. The drone moves a bit back, trying to get some distance. Yes, Sir Sarek.
It's Sir Carrick. You keep mispronouncing it.
Oh,
Blaze. What are you
Carrick. Sorry, Sir Carrick. Please don't kill
doing?
me.
Okay, I'm gonna. I might kill your people though. Sir Carrick's gonna spend 1 AP for some extra movement speed, and charge through the door.
Oh, right, the healer. It makes sense.
Geneva Conventions? Never met him. And he's going to attack with this crit stick. Bruh.
Critical fail stick, I guess.
Is you shush. Is there a way to reroll with narrative momentum? How does that work?
You can pay 5 narrative momentum to reroll the dice.
I will do that. Let me just make a note here. Okay, so that puts my narrative momentum down to 8. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, don't suppose a 10 hits, does it?
I'm pretty sure. Nope. Yeah. He's relatively easy to hit, but not that easy to hit. I'm sorry.
I tried.
As he sees you rushing in, as he just barely jumps out of the way as you hit the air right beside him.
Alright then, well, I guess that is my turn.
Sorry about that. So, it's a soldier's turn. We have one there and there. The one soldier here tries to get in cover and out of Roxy's melee range, so he doesn't get disadvantage, and starts shooting at her. That's a hit for 8 damage. So that's... Oh yeah, right, you have an armor of 4, so that's 4 damage. Bullets flying. Rock will only keep you safe for so long. As this guy, seeing his danger, tries to retreat. 1, 2, 3. Shooting at someone. At least if I hit Captain elsewhere, I'll be dealing 2 damage. Oh no, 1 damage. That's a hit, actually. Oh yeah, no, you're right. You have the armor increase because of your attack. Never mind. Let me guess, your intercept, and it bounces off your armor.
Yes, sir. Do not worry,
one of these
exploding
days I'll
person.
be here.
I will protect
We'll
you.
find what happens. There's a gentle nod again.
I think I have to take out the big guns soon. All right, so Emma Weinstein.
2 point of order questions. Do I add anything to my weapon roll when I roll it for like flat damage, additional stuff, or is it just the weapon roll?
It's a weapon roll plus your weapon damage, which should be 3.
Okay. I was just trying to find that on the character sheet. Then I probably should have hit harder earlier. Also, do you guys have lances, and do they hit harder than spears? Because I imagine like my pitchfork would be more of a lance in this situation, if that's not too retconny.
I mean, technically, come on, that's direct on me. You asked for a spear when I made your character.
That's fair. That's fair. I just didn't know if that was a thing or not, but that's fine. All right. So, seeing our friend is in trouble, I rush down and Are any of these soldiers more injured than the other down here?
This one is significantly injured. This one barely has a scratch.
All right, I am going to attack the more injured one.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to do a normal attack, no trippy. Womp womp.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
And you said you could reroll with narrative momentum for 5
Yes.
points. All right, I shall do so and hopefully get less crappy. Much less
Yeah.
crappy.
That's definitely a hit.
The 4 narrative. All right, and that was what, a d6? So 3 plus 3 is 6.
6. You go ahead and pierce him, dealing 4 damage in total. He takes a heavy hit, but he's still standing.
Okay. And I'm going to actually stay right here to try to distract these two. Oh, wait, there's 2 enemies around me. Ever so slightly retcon, I'm going to use the multi-hit thingy, the cleave.
Cleave. All right,
So
I'll allow
up
it
to
this
3.
time.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I forgot that was a thing.
So that
2
was
AD.
6 damage, right? And this guy has 4 armor, so that's 2 damage to the heavily as you like swing your pickrock around you.
Okay. So for multi-hit stuff, is it 1 roll for all? Or
Yes.
Is it usually individual?
That's all.
Okay, and I'll stay here this time to distract.
Mhm.
And that's my round.
Roxy Flare.
I would like to use Holy Strike on this. Close strength. Use Holy Strike on this guy.
All right.
So what's the damage? Like,
No, you have to roll. You do your attack roll
oh,
to see if you hit.
20.
You're
It's
making a
gonna-
weapon attack and using Holy Strike on top of it. Yeah, that's not gonna hit. I'm sorry.
Well,
Yes.
hang on. The die roll was 6, but what about your bonus?
Oh, one. Oh, one. Okay, oh,
His bonus is 4. It's not high enough.
Okay. Just
one
asking.
d4.
No, not the damage bonus. It's not hitting, so sorry. It doesn't do anything. As you swing your
And
guitar.
what?
But the guy withstands it this time. Unless you want to reposition, that's your turn, right? So.
Yeah.
The soldier next to you turns around and starts shooting at the Roxy. That's a hit. 9 damage minus 5. That's minus 4. That's 5 damage. As the bullet, he holds his rifle right in your chest, and pulling the trigger. Your magic barely holding off the bullets.
Wait, can I tell you something? Wait, don't I have a sub arc feature like tools of combat? Don't I gain like 2 vitality per level? Like, oh, wait, that's
Huh?
I think that affects like your total HP, doesn't it?
Yeah, your total HP.
Yeah, it affects like your maximum, not.
I don't see any.
very.
Yeah, that affects your maximum, which is already calculated in.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, then. Someone.
Excellent. I can still hear the gunshots down here. I'm assuming Roxy either makes pained magical girl noises or like off-tune guitar strums when she's damaged.
Yeah, you can
know that
you
there's
can
stuff
hear
going.
where everybody is, so you know where everybody's standing, even if you can't see them.
Okay. All right. It is going to turn to Captain Elsewhere and say, "Send assistance." Again, broken static radio, and is going to gesture out the hallway, and is going to go that way himself. That would put me at 3 for there. I would have to move again to see them, I'm assuming.
I presume so. That's
Yeah,
you can
I
see
moved-
Roxy, but not the enemy.
That's okay.
No,
I'll have
no.
to move further to see them anyway. And I would like to spend, hopefully it's 2 AP. I'm pretty sure it was 2 AP. Yep, I would like to spend 2 AP to transfer vitality. Roxy, maybe you've experienced in your magical girl world, the feeling of being pulled through a wormhole. You get that sensation briefly, and your wounds are gone, as if there was some kind of time dilation on you. And I am going to take 6 curse damage as I do that.
All right.
You are healed by 18.
Whoever you are.
Okay. The healer.
And, I'm going to check with you, Blaze. Transfer vitality, the damage cannot be prevented in any way. So I'm guessing
Right.
it can't be reduced by resist as well, right?
Yeah, it cannot be reduced.
Okay, I assumed that was the intention. All right, all good. That is my turn.
So, it's a mystic's turn, and he can see the injured soldier. So I'm sorry. Oh. So he regains 9 vitality back. And the mystic's moves. Oh, right. You know what? He's still moving away. He's in a panic, so he doesn't think twice about.
Unfortunately,
Exactly.
I believe that provokes an attack of opportunity.
Yes, it does. That's a hit.
All right. Let's see here. Uh, 10 damage.
10 damage. As you slice with your sword, hitting him on the side with a deep wound, blood spilling. You deal the full 10 damage, and he's barely standing. 1, 2. Alright, that's his turn. So, Captain Elsewhere.
Quick question: is the willpower limit per turn thing or per ability thing?
Per turn.
Okay, that changes things then. Then I was requested to help, and that's just what I'll do. I'll move backwards 1 meter. Then move 3 meters forwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then charge heroically using my charge ability thingy.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you have to upcast it. You can just move in easily.
Yeah, the upcast was more for the taunt.
Mm-hmm.
But then I will apply extreme amount of force to this guy's upper jaw.
All right. That's wait, is that a hit? That is a hit, barely. But yeah, not that much damage actually, because 2. His aura takes most of the impact as you rush in.
It looks like nobody is hurt here. Good.
As
You see magical girl blood laying on the ground.
Surely that's not yours.
you see, you see the alien up here taking out some sort of device using a cinematic action. Let's see. As he throws it towards you, as the soldier that's in the middle just, "What are you doing?" As he throws it right at him, and it explodes, dealing
Ugh.
16 damage to everyone, killing the guy in the process. But
Well, like you said, you don't know what Geneva conventions are.
Is this affected by armor?
yes, there's reduced by armor.
It just hits. There's no avoidance of it at all, I assume.
Unless you want to use a cinematic reaction. And yes, your piggy will also take the damage unless you take the hit twice. Or again, you could try a
I
cinematic
use a
reaction.
Cinematic action? Could I use a cinematic reaction?
You try it?
Yes, you
maybe I
can.
hear this thing.
Where do
Okay.
you keep track of that? I'm trying to find that on the character sheet.
Someone. Okay. What do you want to do with your cinematic reaction?
Oh no,
Yes,
they're doing it. It's okay. I'll let them explode and deal with it themselves.
Wow.
I try to grab the guy in front of me and use them as cover. That probably wouldn't work.
All right. I guess that
Piggy
would
and I
be.
just try to leap. No, it's fine. I'll just take the hit.
I use my magic to create a shield for me and Emma and Captain Elsewhere.
Okay. Give me. I guess art or perseverance.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
Perseverance. I don't have those skills, so I try using it. I have endurance, improvisation, intuition. Oh, intuition. Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll also do intuition, but it's weird that you're fighting with a guitar and have like no art. But okay, I'll allow it intuition.
I know. Art's a charisma thing. I don't have, and this is like intuition. Art D10 plus 3
Plus 4. Remember, not the skill level, but the skill check value.
13.
13. Oh, that's a nice roll. As you raise your shields, you actually manage to halve the damage that everybody gets. And I'm going to throw you a bone. The piggy is completely safe.
Yay. I was going to take it if I had to.
I think if you have
Alright.
it, I
You
just take
guys
0.
know?
So that's 8 damage for everyone. Yes, and
You
the
guys are right. Sorry.
and the drone flies in and starts shooting at someone.
Yes.
And misses.
Dang.
Sir, that's why I'm spelling it. I wrote down Sir Carrack. I wrote down your name incorrectly in my notes. Ian,
Okay. Yes.
it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Cool. Ah! All right. Sir Carrick is done messing around. He's gonna activate Zealot Spirit for willpower. Let's see here. Okay. So he's gonna gain temporary vitality each turn, and then get some extra damage in his attacks. He is then going to attack.
That's a hit. And you don't even have to roll for the damage. As it just sliced through the mystic with one clean hit. Sack! And he falls into...
I want to see
What?
I want to see what my overkill was.
Okay, fine. Roll for overkill.
Yay!
But...
It's not about knowing it's dead. It's about sending a message to the other healers.
So in the meantime, Emma Weinstein, while he's rolling. So yes, 10 damage overkill.
All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess it is my turn. Okay, cool.
Emma Weinstein.
I was not okay with that. Willing to take the risk, I charge immediately at this guy, leaving the reach. So probably triggering an attack, but
No.
No? Okay.
Attack of opportunity, you need a specific lesser talent for that, and it only works with melee weapons. And this guy is clearly wielding a ranged weapon.
Gotcha. So I was a little confused looking at the abilities. It says the time, which I assume is the AP cost of trip attack, is nothing?
Because you
mean
make
you
an
just-
attack action and you use it on the attack.
Okay. Because cleave has +2 AP cost, so I wasn't sure what the difference.
Cleave is not an attack action, so you would just use cleave instead of the attack action.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now. All right, well, I just go to attack this guy like normal, and so... Nope.
Nope, that's not a hit.
Big pile of nope.
The fastest pig in the universe and still not hitting anyone.
Yep.
As you rush in, he sees you and just ducks away as you barely miss him. He's definitely panicked. And he tries pressing a button. Like Colin gets thrown over.
I love it. Is using items, I assume that also requires an AP point, right?
Using items, 3 action points. What kind of item
3?
would you...
Okay.
Ooh.
I was just going to throw pig guts in his face, but just as a fun thing. Nothing.
I mean,
serious.
if it's just like that, interact with a target, then yeah, that would be free.
All right, I just throw a meaty hand of pig placenta right in his face.
Ugh.
That definitely demoralizes the alien. But by the way, your pig, you could technically also attack with your pig if you like,
Oh, okay, sure.
since he moved less than 10 meters. Or she.
Nope, we are sucking today.
No.
It's just weird gravity here. It's just throwing us
Yeah.
off equilibrium and whatnot.
Still traumatized from the last alien adventure, right?
Very much so. Very much so.
I know I am.
I've never seen aliens, so I'm not really traumatized.
I skipped the soldier's turn, actually. And he takes one step back. And, yeah. Can only really shoot at Roxy. But why am I even rolling? Captain Elsewhere takes the attack. It doesn't deal any damage. I should have used a cinematic action. Whatever.
Liz, you really getting salty about your own game?
I'm not getting salty. I'm just, forgetting to use cinematic actions to level the playing field. Yeah, you're just a very highly defensive team, Roxy Flare.
I take you. I go there and attack this guy.
All right.
Please, I'd like to make sure you don't forget there is still another gunner on the field in the right hand chamber with the lockers.
Oh, right. I thought. Okay, Roxy, do your thing. Then I forgot him. Like him back there in the corner. 3, and now sorry. All of you, most of you, are rolling really badly today. Guess that's the dice. As you play your magical guitar, he just plucks his ear. No. And it doesn't do anything. Okay, now for the soldier, who, I guess 1, 2, 3. Can he even hit you from here? He can. You have half cover, but he can. So I guess he can't do anything better, so he shoots at you. 19.
What does
That's
that
that's a hit. 7 damage. Sorry, 8 damage.
Thank goodness I've got some armor.
Yep.
Okay.
And he stays
Ouch.
there. Someone.
Tell me about his weapon.
It's an assault rifle. Why?
Got it. I was just curious.
Okay. Someone.
Excellent. Going to head on in. There was a big explosion in this room, so I'm going to go in here and there are two options. There's the alien, where the grenade came from, or the guy cowering in the corner. I'm going to go for the alien. So going to use switch weapons to put the axe away, and another piece of ship debris comes out. This is a gun off a ship, like a big, meaty-looking thing, and I am going to fire at the alien up top. It would be a 1d20 plus 6 as well, because it's the same modifiers.
That's a hit. Nice.
Excellent. It does this many.
Not
And each
bad.
heavy shot is
Yeah, you deal that full 12 damage as you blow a hole in his side. He's bleeding heavily.
He is also shoved into the wall right next to him.
Oh, and so he's dead.
7.
As
It's like at first it's a shot, and then he seems to just get yoinked sideways.
Wonder what kind of organs this one's gonna have.
you see the drone just flying down as he's no longer getting any orders and disappearing. So that's your turn, right?
I think I have one more action. You get a free weapon swap, right? If you switch
Yes.
from one two-handed weapon to another.
You don't
Yep.
get a free one, but you can use the one action point to switch the weapons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that means it was one action point. All right, that's
Okay.
it. That's my turn. I don't. This is my first time attacking with a weapon and using the switch.
I
Captain-
get free weapon swaps.
Captain Elsewhere.
Yeah, just a quick question. There's some kind of a pod here. Does it block movement? Like, would I be able to hit this guy in melee, or would it
You
be
can
very
just
difficult?
walk past. Yeah, it right. Like Roxy is blocking the way,
it's fine if it's
but
difficult,
you
but
could use the
I have
ally
no-
switch action if you like, if Roxy allows it.
Ooh,
Found it, dude.
would you allow?
So,
Just make sure don't get rearranged when you do it.
all right. So you use one action point for the ally switch action, switching positions, and now you can squish him.
I can try, but I think that's
yeah.
the one. Actually, I haven't used this yet. I'll use the narrative momentum thingy.
All right,
Reroll.
that's a hit.
15 to hit.
But you would only reroll the hit, not the
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, yeah, we can use the 5.
Yeah, so you 3 damage as you ram your shield in them. He does seem rather desperate. But yeah.
And I've only used, I think, 2 meters of movement, so I'll use the other 2 just to put myself over here.
All right. So, Sir Karak.
All right, I'm gonna use 1 AP for some extra movement and move 6 meters. And I assume this door is open.
Yes.
All right, so this guy gets a screaming mantis running into his face. Well, you know the drill.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit.
All right.
Six
Well, not
damage.
fantastic damage, but
Just barely enough.
oh, I forgot to do something.
What?
I Because these guys are wearing heavy armor, right? I meant to use armor piercer.
So, you technically have to say it beforehand, but it's still enough
No.
to kill him, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was heavily
he's
injured already, so you just move in with one clean swing, cutting his head off as it flies away. As it's the soldier's turn, and he lifts his arm up and says, "I give up!" As he just dematerializes and disappears.
You guys can do this?
No surrender was offered to my people. Where are you going?
Calm down. May I remind you, they are just a simulation. They are not real. So no need to get any feelings of revenge or something like that. As you hear the announcer saying. But you survived the first round of combat. A bit slower. Luck didn't seem to be on your side, but you powered through anyway. So, again, in the second round, enemies will be coming from the north and the south. You have a few minutes to reposition yourself, do some healing if necessary.
So I still have temporary vitality that's building up from the remaining turns on my buff, don't I?
Doesn't it have the effect that it doesn't work outside of combat?
I mean, I don't know, define combat.
Settled Spirit. At the end of it, during combat. Yeah, sorry. So it does not do anything. I mean, you did have it like earlier. You had 2 turns, right? Which you apparently did not roll for it. So you get that, but the 3 others you do not get.
I did roll for the first turn. Oh yeah. So, question about temporary vitality. When combat ends, does all temporary vitality go away?
Nope.
All right then.
But all right,
Take
how
that.
do you reposition? I see Captain Elsewhere already took.
I have a door.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to use survival rolls to check on the organs on the alien, or did the body disappear with the...
The bodies actually did
Simulation.
not disappear, so if you want to take out some organs,
Awesome.
you can do that with medicine or survival.
My survival's better. Let me see. I'd imagine.
I'm pretty sure that your survival is better. I made a decent survival when I made your character.
3 + 3. Nope, doesn't matter.
I would like to go.
Roll right.
You roll a
and check
d10,
with
not a d20,
Oh, okay. Cool.
for
Yeah,
skill
you can-
checks.
Is it okay if I move here?
Yeah, sure.
I'll take
Are
it. That's
these
a
could-
9.
9. You cut in and you find some interesting looking organs. As you just take the whole thing apart, there isn't much left of the alien after you're done.
I'm gonna make a deep reference here. Let's see if anybody gets it. I found it, Squidly Spooge.
Ugh. Oh.
I-
Like you are.
I really wish I hadn't heard those words. But here we
I
are.
do not get the reference.
Invader Zim. It's a deep.
Ah.
It's a deep
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, I never got to watch that one much. Blaze, this big blue container, is this something that could be gotten on top of as a perch for the next combat?
I say yes.
This
Yes, you
blue
can.
thing. Excellent. Excellent. I would like to just be up there,
Mm-hmm.
seeing as everyone seems to be convening down the bottom and making them come to us is a valid strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be lookout.
Okay.
Blaze.
Yeah.
I was just waiting because I didn't want to interrupt people. I've got a couple tier 0 stimulants here. How strong are those again?
1d4. Sorry, 1d8 willpower.
Okay. And like those are like 3 actions to use.
Yes, and you have a couple of minutes, so you can easily just use it.
Yeah. I was just thinking about like whether to conserve one for combat.
What's the
I'm gonna roll one here
stimulant? What's the flavor?
Oh, flavor. Oh, Sir Carrack just has just a couple syringes on him of carefully crafted stimulants. just drugs, combat stims.
All right.
Blaze, I'd never considered items for an arena character before. How many of the small healing, like just simple heal for a creature of my nature could I have gotten?
You have the starting credits 300 with which you can buy items. So
Yes.
oh, I see Emma Weinstein is shredding the butter.
Yes, the butter is prepared.
Would that have been a possible, like, is that viable with 300 credits?
A little out of tune.
Yeah, I mean technically yes, but like now retroactively buying them is like, you know.
Okay. I've never considered it for an arena before.
But
I
yeah,
was like, oh,
rules
right, we
wise,
can
you
have
can
items.
buy any standard item with the credits you get.
Okay.
But okay, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Can I move one of the boxes from this little storage area to like give us some cover around the doors or something?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to move?
Something like this?
Oh, yeah, you can do that. Okay, so now I presume
Do we
everybody's
get
ready.
like a countdown before battle begins? Can I reuse one of my buffs the turn before combat begins? And only have 4 turns of combat with it?
Okay, fine. You can use it like one turn in advance.
Yep, awesome.
The same with the slippery ground of the butter.
It says it's 10 minutes, so I assume that it would hopefully last long enough.
All right. As you're getting ready for combat, two swarms appear. They look kind of like hairless bats. Just a swarm, one in the south and one in the north.
Oh no! Oh no!
I knew you would recognize them. But
Sometimes butter isn't always the answer.
yeah. But Emma Weinstein, you're actually slightly faster than the bats, or as they're called. Wait. Flashback? Sorry, I forgot the name. What was the name again? Ian?
Well, let me go open the files and go check.
In the meantime, Emma, what would you do?
Could I make a survival check to see if I can glean any information about these bats?
All right.
If not, that's okay. I just wasn't sure if that's something you could do.
Yeah, sure. Try it. So, they
9.
look very hungry and very dangerous, but again, it's an alien, so you cannot really say more about them.
Yeah. Okay, fair. Oh god, we got flapping, leathery wing things. I'm out of here. Things that slither and flitter are one of my fears. So I rush down over here and close the door and get right here. And that is my turn.
As you see the swarm, some of you might have noticed, why didn't I remove the corpses, which I usually do in the arena? It's because these...
Really, Blaze?
As you see this bat swarm into the bodies of the enemies that are lying on the ground, filling them up, and they are starting out like janky, almost zombie-like movement as the entire swarm flies into this one. Good. Like into the mystic, the dead one, and the authority soldier, as they start to move. And you know, he moves right into the butter. Let's see if he slips. Yep, as he just falls down And let's remove like the X's so you know which one is actually moving. And this one is stumbling and sees someone and tries to strike at you.
How tall are these containers?
And at
2
the
meters
last
maybe.
second- and at the last second, I use my reaction to just rush in and go, "Get down, Mr. President!"
All right, so that's 10 damage, which you take. So I'm actually dealing 3 damage to you.
That's not me. Should I be an asshole and use my resist reactions? Nah.
You can do it if you like. Do it. But at least
Okay,
I
I
took.
take 0.
But hey, I still could drain willpower, so I did something. So that's their turn. Roxy Flare.
Is there a way for me to scare the bats out of some of the bodies? Like use my guitar riff to make a loud noise to scare the bats off? Like how bats are blind and maybe they're using like sound.
I mean, you could try a cinematic action with improvisation to get them out of there.
Okay, I want to try it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Blaze, in answer to your question, this is known as a fleshbag swarm, and I'm sure you all can see why.
Yeah, flashback swarm, exactly. That's as you roll, you make your magic. The creature like starts to move, and the creatures in there, the flashbacks, they seem to flutter around. They don't move out of it, but they definitely damage the body itself. Roll me 4d10.
4d10.
Yes.
4d10. 26.
And the movement is actually enough to rip apart the body, which is now completely
They got
gone.
hungry.
And you see the swarm erupting out of it. Let me
How
move
did
it.
these even get in here? That's cheating.
So, all right, someone.
Excellent. How does targeting a swarm of bats work if you're targeting a single creature? Does it affect?
They have the swarm
the swarm?
trait. You can target them with the debuff. They have resistance to single target attacks and vulnerability to area of effect attacks.
Okay, so I can target with them. Did you say?
Yes, you can target them.
Excellent. Then with a hand motion, the bats start to go from an incoherent swarm to a much more manageable, very much reminiscent of the explosion shape inside his body. Shape as opposed to a full flapping swarm. So the same reductions that heavy soldier had before.
Yeah, Antonia just noticed. So removing the organs of the alien was an intelligence threat. Indeed, I let you remove the corpse for the organs, so there's one less. But yeah.
Look at that squiddly spooge.
All right, so
Stop
that's your
that.
turn.
That's my turn.
So Captain Elsewhere.
Yes. I want to try something stupid.
Okay.
Because my shield is kind of small. But this box and this container are very big. So can I try to pull one against the other and sandwich the... like, squish the bugs in between them?
Oh, that would be. I allow it with a cinematic action, raw force. The cinematic action costs 3 narrative momentum.
Can I join in on this?
What do you want to do?
Can we do a cooperative? Well, he's trying to pull a box. I am a gravity can. I am an explosion contained with gravity made manifest. I would like to just help yank one of those boxes.
All right, cooperative cinematic action. So it costs 2 narrative momentum for each, and you get advantage on your skill checks.
Nice.
So
Oh
that-
no! Double one.
if someone rolls a critical success with what would it be? What would you use? No critical
I would
success.
assume no critical success.
So it you know what? I'll give you one thing. You try to move it in, but someone's gravity pull is far too strong, so it deals damage to the 3 of you. Roll me 4d6 damage, Captain.
All right.
Ouch.
Okay.
Ow.
Yeah, so 15 damage to each, doubled because the swarm is vulnerable to AoE damage, which this is. And as both of them just fly in, squeezing all of you in as they fall apart, and all the bats are dead.
Good job, Cap.
Was it a reaction to join in on
Yeah,
cooperative cinematic?
to
How many?
2.
2. Okay. All right. So I cannot resist that. And you said it was.
15 damage. Drake rolled that.
I'll use my my resist reaction again, just to reduce the damage to 0.
All right. My captain doesn't give a fudge. I'm still
My goal is
standing.
to end this session with all of my hit points.
I mean,
But it
then
was
you're
too
doing
lucky
your
to
job
join
right
in.
as a tank, right?
Participated in taking no damage from
A
that.
hero does not get hurt.
Unfortunately.
It damages my image. Think of the children.
Oh yes, the poor children. But yes, that's Captain Elsewhere.
Please.
Sir Sarek.
It's the
Carrick. Sorry.
Are there any other enemies on this ship?
Yes, north. Just
Oh,
Well basted in butter.
all right. Sir Carrick is gonna go take a look. Let's see. I think I do need to spend an AP. 2, 3. Yeah. So come to this doorway here. What is this?
I actually bit wary. That's butter from Emma. If you move in there, you might slip up. It might be more
I meant
intelligence
the-
to go over here, so then he's in attack range.
I meant the enemy.
Oh, yeah, it's a flashback swarm in the body of this guy.
Oh, it's the second one. Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay.
Like I said, north and south.
Thank you. All right. Let's see. Hang on. So, let me count movement totals. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, Carrick's gonna end his turn here. And then seeing this, how this creature is moving in the same way as the other one, he surmises that it's the same thing, and he's not down for that. So he's going to use his
Right.
free item swap that he has from
Weapon switcher.
some feature. Thank you. And so he's going to put away his sword and shield and drop that big bag that he had in his back and open it and pull out a minigun,
Oh,
which he aims at the enemy. Ah!
what a noble warrior.
Okay, roll for damage. Oh no, sorry, roll for hit. Sorry.
Oh. Just type that.
Nice.
Oh,
Almost
yeah.
a crit, but not quite.
Does it being prone affect anything?
Oh yeah, right. You have disadvantage on the attack because he's prone.
I'm so
Why do I
sorry.
have why do I have disadvantage? You think it'd be easier to hit him because he can't move very well? All right, you know your rules.
But he's on the ground. It's from afar. It's less area to hit.
All right.
It's still a
But it
hit.
says them.
Butter OP, please nerf. The sound of bullets flying fills the air. Ah!
Nice, 13 damage.
Damage.
So that's 9 damage since he still has its armor. And,
Oh, the armor! Ah! Alright.
your bullets pierce the armor partially, but no. Is that it?
Yeah, that is my turn.
Okay. Because you said when you take out your minigun, you would use your.
We're gonna do that next turn.
Okay. Just All right. So that's your turn. Emma Swinestein.
Sprinting with the piggy. Busting through the door. Coming around to this door. And it's open because they walked through it, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And I go to poking with advantage.
Exactly.
That's a ton of movement.
Yeah, it said triple movement for dashing, right? And the pig's got, I think, at least, I assume more than 5. I need to look at the stat block.
Yeah, 5. 25 meters because he's riding the piggy.
Peace.
That's nuts.
Or she, sorry. She is riding the piggy. Yeah, rider type
Probably-
characters. You have advantage, so you can roll. That's a hit.
Yeah, that's better. Alright, so d6 plus 3 is 6. Good old
6
average.
damage, so 2 damage. It's sadly not as much, but you, the skin of him is just squirming as you hit 1 or 2 of the bats inside. Or flashbacks, sorry.
And
Oh, they're
15
bats
would
of
be
a sort.
there.
Alright. Yes, next is the creature who uses. First uses 1 action point to get up. And seeing how Emma is closer, moves out of the butter and tries to hit you with his rifle. He's not actually shooting it, he's just like hitting you like a mindless beast. But you have your soup
Pot ladle.
pot ladle, yes. Your pot ladles are bang, blocking the incoming attack. Not today. And that's his turn, so Roxy Flare.
Since the bat's weaknesses are sound, I would like to try to do a wide attack. I can't do a wide attack. Can't do one more cinematic reaction. Do a wide area attack for try to reach every enemy.
I mean, you could try the same again if you have the 3 narrative momentum to spare.
Is
I
the
think
door
I might
blocking? I can't quite tell.
I've only used it twice, so maybe I still have some narrative momentum left.
I mean,
think it's blocking.
you should give how much you have.
Yeah, you should. It's in your character. Oh yeah, you have 11. Then you still have enough for 1.
Okay.
So give me another improvisation check.
Six.
6. It doesn't work this time. He's too far away. Okay, so yes, who's next? Someone.
Excellent. So the explosion on the inside of him is kind of flaring up and dimming because that was a big hit he took with the not properly counterbalanced container that he yanked. But seeing that there is another creature shambling around up there, going to come down off of the container. You said it's 2 meters high, so it would take 3 meters to get off the container?
Yeah, you don't get falling damage, if that's what you're asking.
No, I meant just 3 meters of my movement to get off the container.
Yeah,
Because
we
it's
can
2
just
meters.
jump and then you fall down, basically.
All right. And that has me 12 meters away. That's too far away. Going to move. I'm going to take the sprint action, which will give me 15 total, so 12 more. Going to head up to here.
Yeah. As you sprint over
And
there,
that's my turn.
it's Captain Elsewhere, who is already seeing how much he has to run.
Yep. But it's okay, I run pretty fast. I'll use my charge ability and use the maximum number of 4 action points, which bring my total movement to 60 meters, if I got it right.
Yes, I think so.
And then as soon as I get to the back of this guy, I go, on your left! And punch him in the face.
All right, roll for it. Ooh, that's a good hit. So, wait, isn't that even a critical hit? Like, is it a natural 20?
No, it's 19.
19. Oh, yeah, right. Shield Master. Too bad, but still, 11 damage. As you smash him from the behind, breaking open the armor. And releasing the flashbangs.
Captain
As they
Elsewhere,
surround-
clear the area.
Regret.
Regret.
Sir Karak.
Captain Elsewhere, clear the area. I am coming through.
Do not worry about Captain Elsewhere. Captain Elsewhere can take it.
All right then. So here's what Sir Carrick's gonna do. I want to activate. I'm trying to figure out if I have the actions for this. What I want to do is get over to the butter and use a cinematic action to do a cool slide move through it. While gunning down the bats.
Yes, I guess that would be athletics.
Okay. So the question is what it requires me to get to the butter in terms of movement.
No, like that's part of
Like,
the
I
cinematic
was-
action if you roll well enough.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. So you want me to roll athletics then?
Yes.
Sounds good. Let's see here. Bruh.
You run in with your gun. Oh,
Hang on.
slipping and bang, hitting the wall. You don't get any damage, but you're not knocked prone.
I was gonna ask if there's a way to re-roll those, but
It costs 3 narrative momentum to reroll.
okay. And how much does it cost to roll in the first place?
3.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm fine with blowing all that. This has to be my moment. I have to be special. Okay. If it's a 1, I'm gonna cry.
So you barely make it, but past Captain Elsewhere. I'll say you're knocked prone, but you get 2d10 damage in.
Okay. Can I still attack or?
Yeah, like the 2d10, like roll the 2d10 damage.
Okay.
Cinematic actions usually don't work with attacks. You do something else, and if you succeed, you just roll the damage that the GM tells you to do.
Got it. Sure. Okay. So just 2d10 flat.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So as you move in,
I'm not complaining.
that's a lot of. I say because you like spray and pray, he doesn't get the resistance against it, so you deal the full 17 damage to the swarm, killing over half of the swarm, and actually shrinking them down because you killed so many.
Do I take the damage as well?
No.
No, my aim is incredible. Impeccable.
Let's just say he killed like the swarm on this side, so.
So I figure that's like my entire turn then?
Yes, but you can get 2 extra action points if you use your action rush or combat rush or how it's called. Which would be.
So Eric. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Which would be enough, but you attack with disadvantage because you're knocked prone.
That's true. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on that.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Emma, the swarm is weakened.
My natural instincts are to flee because I do not like these things. I'm assuming cleave would not count as an AoE attack. I'm only able to hit this thing for like 2 damage on average. So,
but it's resistance against targets that against things that only target one thing. With cleave, you can target more than one thing, so it's not resistance against the damage if you use cleave.
Okay. Well, I will do that then. Do I technically make 3 attacks against it, or since it's
you make one attack,
then...
but it doesn't have resistance.
Okay.
That's a hit.
I will take it. And a whopping 4 damage.
Wait, your spear is a D6?
Oh, not D10. I'm so sorry. I meant to click D6. I'll take it. That's better. Much better.
7
so
damage. As you swap,
+3,
taking like 5 bats, you're skewering up in your pitchfork. The swarm, there are only like 6 flashbacks left.
And I use 1 point to make my pig attack, but I have no idea what its damage is.
That's I sent you the horse stat, right? But I can tell you, it's a +4 to the hit. So yeah, 13 is not enough to hit the swarm.
That's fine.
Yes, yeah, they're flying too high as your pig is trying to bite in.
Yes.
So it's just.
I love that a pig. I love that you ruled that a pig is approximately a horse.
Right.
I didn't have any pig stats, okay?
Like a mini pony. They're heavier than a mini pony. So
we just take the horse stat and reduce it to a medium-sized creature. Anyway, it's the flashback's turn. They see Emma and Captain elsewhere, and they start flying in, trying to bite bits off you. Both of you give me a strength defense roll. Oh yeah, and the piggy also. Okay. Unless you want to take the hit for the piggy, Emma.
I'll take the hit for the piggy. Mm-hmm. And so, strength defense roll DRs. Is that a D20 roll?
Yeah, D20 plus the DR value of strength. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I don't get to intercept those, I don't think.
Yeah. I thought I clicked it. Oh, the 18. Okay, yeah. plus 4.
Yeah.
I think it says DR4.
Yeah.
It's a frightening amount of d6s.
For Captain Elsewhere, it's halved. So 9 damage for Captain Elsewhere, which is still not enough.
Character.
I'll reduce that with my reaction.
You have +2 from your heavy shield attack, remember? So
Yeah, so 8 and 9, that's a total of 17. I'll spend 1 extra will point just to reduce it
wait,
to
no, you
0.
don't get any damage. For you succeeded on your strength defense roll, so it's halved for you.
Ooh, never mind then.
Yeah. John, what did you roll?
I think 18 plus 4.
Yeah. And you have to roll it twice because you're taking the hit twice.
Oh, that's right. And then a 12 total.
12. So that's 27 damage in total. You can subtract your armor twice from that. So unless Captain Elsewhere wants to do something about that.
I don't think I can. I can intercept those, can I?
Yes, because you can move with part of the move as a reaction, right? Just move in, then you're standing right next to her. Then you can.
Even though it's not an attack, I can still intercept it. Then I
Yes.
will, sure.
My
Okay.
hero.
If you like, you can take all 3 hits.
I think there's gonna be 1 extra reaction if I do that.
Yeah, I think you have to. But yeah, then roll the strength defense roll. So 9 damage, so no damage.
Yep.
So I guess,
And then this, third one, I guess then.
yeah, if you take the third one, you have to roll again.
Sure. 0, 0,
I
0.
I
You did
have
it.
got to see your build after this because this is wild.
He's rolling
The pig
really
dodge
well
is
on top of that.
Yeah, on top of that, yeah.
Yeah. So he rushes in, and you stand between the bats and the flashbacks, taking all the hits, punching them away. You shall not eat
Be
the piggy.
careful, small smelly person.
Yeah. Okay, Roxy. Drawing hero.
Let me just wait. I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay.
Give me a minute.
Okay, if you need a minute, then I guess we skip you. Someone, or for now, like you can take your turn later.
All right. Someone is going to rock up behind the pig girl, and switching from his, I guess he didn't have a weapon out. He's once again going to pull out the tail fin of a partially exploded ship, and take a swing at this bat swarm
All right.
because it's a melee weapon with 3 meters range.
They're really melee.
That's a hit.
Like, gee.
Right?
Excellent. Same damage roll as the gun.
Inside.
You only deal 2 damage as you swing. You get like 1 of the flashbacks.
That's okay. Is it still forced to move because I hit a creature?
Oh,
can
yeah,
move it.
right.
Nice.
How do you want to end this?
I would say as the tail fin comes down, it manages to strike a bat and makes sort of an implosion that pulls the rest of the bats into that one singular point. And as the swing is completed, there is just a bat pile.
Incredible. They survived the combat. Congratulations, heroes. Or I guess challenges. I don't know if I would call some of you heroes. Emma Weinstein.
I'll have you know I am very brave and honorable, and a proud representative of my people.
But yes, that means that means you get your wish granted. Congratulations. Let's start with Sir Karak. What is your wish?
My wish is only to return home, so that I may tell my people of this glorious victory.
Then you shall go home
And
and get this recording of the battle so you can prove it. As you instantly vanished since you wanted to go home immediately. So, Captain Elsewhere, what is your wish?
My wish ties into my tragic backstory, which we didn't have time to get into. So I will ask for proof of who murdered my father.
Here is your proof, as I don't know your backstory, so I'm sure you have the proof that you need to see who murdered your father, and indisputable proof. You know exactly who did it, and you can prove it. And all right, Emma Weinstein, what is your wish? Please let it be so.
No. God, no. What kind of woman do you take me for, sir? Or ambiguous voice. I would like to just return to what I was doing and make sure that piglet I was trying to resuscitate, that Emma was birthing, survived.
Your wish shall be granted. That pig will survive. Yeah. Someone, wherever you are, what is your wish?
The silhouette of the hand is going to gesture towards its core, and it is going to play the full radio broadcast that it has been using for speech. It is again staticky, torn up. Emergency call to all ships. If you can hear us, there is a warp drive malfunction. Someone save us. I fear there will be no survivors otherwise.
All right,
The
I
ship
think.
has already. This is a past event.
So your wish shall be granted. As you see in the silhouette, the ship reforming. And would that cause you to disappear also,
I
or?
believe he would dissipate. Yes.
All right. So the last thing before it completely vanishes is that you see the ship reforming, and yeah. And finally, Roxy Flair, what is your wish?
To get my guitar retuned and fixed, because somehow I was thinking it might be broken from how the bad luck I've been having in this battle.
Sure, it will be better than ever. As you see it shine up, it's glittery, it sounds amazing. It's much better than it was before.
Whoa. Gnarly.
Thank you for joining us in this battle. I hope the audience had fun at home. And yes, you heroes will be sent back for where you came from, as you all disappear and all your wishes have been granted. So, I hope you had fun, you here playing and also those watching. And any final plugs, for example, for Redshifted?
Well, now that you mention it, if anyone is interested in playing Redshifted or learning more about the game, Blaze, could you include a link to my Blue Sky profile, please?
Blue Sky, I will do that. There is a link to your Discord group and to your YouTube channel, but Blue Sky, I will also add that later.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that is it. If anyone wants to check out Redshifted, I'm perfectly willing to talk about it, show you the game, maybe set up some playtests if people are interested. It's a wonderful experience.
So, all right. Anybody else wants to plug anything? Nope. All right, then. Thank you, everyone, for joining. See you next time. I don't have the theme, but there's another tabletop RPG creator that I want to ask if we are making a theme around his game. Well, I still need to talk to him. See you around, everybody.